we always talk about, isn't Britain a great democracy? And didn't our forefathers fight and die for our democracy? And we always hold to those values. But many of us, including myself, I'm not immune to it. We don't think, well, who actually gets to vote in this country? And if you asked the average person on the street, they would say, well, just British citizens. But that's not the case. The British franchise differs from country to country, from Northern Ireland to Wales to Scotland to England. Because of the devolved arrangements, they've all got different franchises. They've all got different franchises for the local elections and for the devolved elections. And there's only one common franchise, and that's for the UK general election. And what many people don't know is that in all of these elections, whether local, devolved, or national British, all members of the Commonwealth can vote if they get here. If you're a resident Commonwealth citizen, which means if you're from one of the 55 Commonwealth countries, then you can vote. So long as you're legally resident here, you can vote in every single election in Britain, anywhere in Britain. That's 2.7 billion people who have got the right to vote in the UK if only they get to the UK. As soon as they get here, they get the right to vote. And it's a hangover, as I said a couple of weeks ago, from our imperial past, a hangover which has never yet been adjusted to compensate for the fact that we're now in 2025. It was allowed back in 1948 because the numbers of people coming from India and then Pakistan and then Bangladesh and then Nigeria and all of these countries was tiny back then. It was tiny. So people thought, yeah, we can just let the Commonwealth people continue to have the vote here in Britain because there's hardly any of them. Well, now when we've got each year 1.2 million new long-term immigrants coming in per year, gross, I think that's a democratic issue, right? Because these numbers now, the huge numbers of Indians coming in, Pakistanis, Nigerians, Bangladeshis, people from all over Africa and elsewhere, they're all getting the vote. They can all now swing elections. So do you think Reform are going to get elected in 2029? Well, not if they've brought in like 5 million Indians. They're not going to get elected, are they? So this is a huge issue that people just don't think about, hitherto have not thought about. Well, we're helping people to think about them.